consciously, and cultivating mindful awareness, higher consciousness, so that we do know what's going on. We do see things as they are, not as we think they should be. We see them as they are. That's wisdom. That's reality, according to Buddha.
So is yoga a part of Buddhism?
No, yoga is a part of Buddhism, but yoga comes originally from Hinduism.
Okay, so now take me to Zen.
Zen's a Japanese, Chinese form of Buddhism.
And you studied in Japan as well?
I lived and studied in Japan for a year.
Oh, so is
I've done it all.
Is it the same thing, Zen?
It has the same background, the skeleton, but it's like there's Catholicism and Protestantism, but it's all Jesus' teaching.
I
see. Some are more high church or low church, some are more simple or elaborate. But the goal of all schools of Buddhism is enlightenment, that we can become as enlightened as Buddha did. And that's really my message, that if I can do it, Joan, you can do it, anybody can do it. I'm not the Dalai Lama, I'm not Martin Luther King or Albert Schweitzer or Mother Teresa. I'm just a Jewish jock from Long Island.
But it took you almost 40 years to get here.
Well, I'm a slow learner.
How long will it take us? Will it take us that long too?
It'll take us all just the right amount of time that we need.
Is that it?
And
then you can start feeling...
It takes us the time that we need. It's like, how long will it take you to get healthy once you decide to?
Yeah,
there are many factors, but there's no doubt once you decide to, you can actually get healthy. You can get healthier. Even if you die of the disease, you could have a spiritual healing, a soul healing, and have peace as you die.
One of the things in Buddha does is it talks about karma. Can you, we have 3 minutes left, can you give us a little karma stuff?
3 minutes is enough. We all have heard the word karma, and it's a sitcom joke. But karma is easily misunderstood. It's not fatalism or determinism that things are already scripted. It means cause and effect, that everything has a cause. It's scientific, like for every action there's a reaction in the laws of motion or something in physics. It means cause and effect, just like in the Bible it says what we sow we shall reap.
Right.
Similarly, what goes around comes around. So positive more or less reproduces positive and negative negative. Of course, life is complex, so there's personal action and personal karma.
Yes,
but there's also collective.
We can make that, right?
It's up to us. So it depends on the power of the heart and mind, our intentions, our motivations, as well as our actions.
If you believe you reap what you sow, or if you do something wrong, it's going to come back to you.
Yes.
Is that, in a way, can you control it then?
Well, control is a little extra, as I said, because what you can do is live according to the principles and trust that whatever happens will happen, because there's many different aspects of karma. Like bad things happen to good people.
I know, that's what you never wonder. You wonder, why does that happen?
We haven't properly explained it in the New World, because there's not just personal karma, there's also gender karma.
Oh.
There's species karma.
Oh.
There's
and
American
you said
karma. It's a big
overall,
picture.
Right.
So if a people's, like your Armenian, is genocided,
right,
that's not because you or your sister were naughty.
Oh, right.
It's because of the whole socio-political economic history of the Middle East.
True, but then we carry it.
That's right.
So you can carry it as long as you want, or you can cut it off.
Well, we wouldn't say cut it off. You can purify karma.
Understand it?
You can understand it. You can be one with it, so you don't resist it and fight it in the same way. So, and acceptance goes a long way to changing things. Just like instead of trying to change your mate, if you accept your mate, it actually changes your relationship.
Yeah, so when I said cut it off, that was really wrong.
We think about
that was wrong to say that.
We think about controlling. You know, nobody's in control of the world, but we all participate. So we all make our karma. Karma just means conditioning, to put it psychologically. Karma means conditioning. So when we can change we all know habits are hard to change, but we can change our habits. Even addiction, we can change.
People say, oh, he's got bad karma, or there's a bad aura around him, or all those things.
People say all kinds of things. Also, that he's a bad person, he's a good person. But life is not that black and white, as any thinking adult would know.
Well, we learned a lot from you today.
Thank you. Same here. It's been
thank
a pleasure.
You for being with us, really. And
blessings
I loved.
To one and all.
Oh, thank you. And I did love reading the book, because it's it's so down to earth. I mean, it's so easy to understand. That's your job.
Translate not just the words, but the concepts. Make it adaptable for today.
Okay. Thank you. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned, because Carol Wells will be on. Hi, I'm Joan Quinn, and welcome back to the Joan Quinn Profiles. Multi-hyphenate Carol Wells has been in show business for so long, since she was 12 years old.
So long.
She has been an actress, a producer, a writer, a singer, an art gallery owner, and she's been in a lot of film, TV, stage, and commercials. Now, Carol, you've done it all, and you're continuing to produce, but you attended UCLA, USC, you went to the University of Santa Barbara for a writing course. You love opera. You took opera in New York with the great baritone Richard Fredericks. And why didn't you continue opera singing?
Because I had 4 children.
You know? Is that when you started studying opera?
No, I started studying opera when I was 18. I sang
after you'd been in show business for a while then.
Yes, I always sang. I was the church soloist with Tennessee Ernie Ford.
Oh, of course.
He was the one that always did the great male voices, you know, and I did the soprano parts. But I studied seriously after I graduated from high school because I sang Massa de Gloria in the Hollywood Bowl at our high school graduation.
Oh, so you already were studying it at that time. Did you think you were going to have a future in opera?
I don't think that I really was serious enough to be a complete opera singer. I was already in television, and I loved doing stage shows, you know, the musical comedies.
Right.
But to be an opera singer, you have to be so committed. And it wasn't as much fun after a while as doing other things.
How easy was TV for you? Because mostly in the 50s and 60s, that's all you were doing. I mean, every time somebody would turn on the TV, and if they go back now and turn on the TV, they'll see your face. Was that
fun.
easy for you?
Well, it was very easy because I was young. You know, I was only 12, 13, 14, 15, and in those years, a lot of people had acne and pimples, you know, and I was blessed that I didn't have acne, and I think that's why I got so many jobs, is because I just was not in that awkward stage when everybody else was.
And then in the 60s, you did a lot of film.
Yes, I did.
And you did. Tell us some of the things that you were doing.
I made some movies. I was under contract to both Universal and MGM Studios. So, you know, I was doing my television series National Velvet. And when I didn't do that, then they would put me in a film.
But you worked with Hugo Haas, Bud Yorkin, Herbert Ross, I mean, great people.
The big ones. I should tell you a story about Herb Ross.
I love Herb Ross.
I can tell you now because he's already passed away. But, you know, I was so excited about working with him when he was directing Funny Lady with Barbra Streisand and Omar Sharif and Jimmy Kahn, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to learn something wonderful from this man. I'm just going to really love it. I'm going to soak it in. Well, the first 3 or 4, you know, weeks on the set, he ignored me, never said a word to me. And when I had any scenes with Barbra Streisand, he would just kind of like almost, I wasn't even there. He was so into her. Well, then one time...
Was he worried about how he was treating her? Is that what it was?
Oh, they were treating her with kid gloves.
Okay, I see.
Because she was very, very difficult.
I see.
And then they gave me this wonderful dance number and things to do, and I had a certain mark to make, and I didn't have my eyes LASIK surgery at that point, and I couldn't see the mark. So twice I missed it. And here's Herb Ross on top of this big crane like Cecil B. DeMille's, and he's going, Miss Wells, don't you know we have 150 extras on this set, and this is costing us money? And I'm going, I'm sorry, but I can't see. He says, what do you mean? I said, well, just get me a cue light. And I screamed it at him like that. I mean, I did it really loud. I pretended I was Barbra Streisand at that moment. And do you know that after that he was so nice to me?
Oh, he recognized you.
Then he paid attention to me. But it was a terrible way to have to get his attention.
Well, towards the end of your stardom as a young star, you married a really fabulous oil family,
yes,
from Los Angeles. And you had 2 children. And did you stop to raise those